Well, if you're in a pickle to find the perfect recipe for a side dish this summer, Christina Hitchcock has a great idea.
This recipe is a pretty big dill.
Okay, we love our puns here.
We do.
So let's get started. What are we making?
So here in our bowl, we're gonna make a dill pickle macaroni salad.
Different.
So good, right?
Yes.
So I have some cooked pasta and it's still warm. You can see the steam coming off it. We're gonna treat it a little bit before we make our dressing.
All right.
So to the warm pasta, we're going to add a half a cup, and I'm gonna do this right over the bowl here. We're gonna add a half a cup of that pickle juice.
This is insane.
Right?
This sounds so good.
And we're gonna pour it over our pasta and just let it sit there. You wanna give that a toss?
Yep.
And let it soak up all that pickle juice deliciousness. Now it's gonna hang out in here while we work on the dressing and just become one and let that flavor get into the noodles.
Oh, it's so good already.
All right, we're gonna put this bowl aside and now we're going to work on our dressing. So it's a mayonnaise-based salad, like a typical macaroni salad. So we're gonna start with some mayonnaise. This is about a cup.
Alrighty.
We're just gonna get that in there. And then to that, we're gonna make it a little bit extra creamy. I'm going to add some sour cream.
Nice.
It gives it a little tang and a little more creaminess to the dressing. And then we are going to bring our pickle juice back in, and we're gonna add another third of a cup of pickle juice. This is in lieu of vinegar that you would typically have in that. And then for a little bit of kick, I'm gonna add just a little bit of cayenne here. Give this a whisk. We'll get that stirred up. Once we have our dressing done, we're gonna start adding our vegetables in there. And one final thing, we're just gonna put in some of my all-purpose seasoning here, or salt and pepper if you don't have that. You can grab this recipe on my website. Okay, so a dill pickle salad would not be complete without dill pickles. So I'm going to just take some of these jarred pickles. We're looking for about a half a cup or so of chopped dill pickles. Now you can use the gherkin sized or you can use the spears, whatever you'd like. We're just gonna chop them up into bite-sized pieces. Now we're also going to dice up an onion. So I just have a regular yellow onion here. If you have a purple one, use that.
Scallions would be probably good.
Scallions would be great in this, yep. Okay, so we have our pickles, we have our onions. I'm going to add these right here to our pasta, our pickle juice pasta. Okay, and a couple other things we want to add to this. I have some shredded carrots. We're going to put that in there. And then for a little bit of texture, I'm going to add some cubed, this is Colby Jack cheese. You can use cheddar, you could use whatever you like. And then last but not least, we're gonna add a couple tablespoons of chopped dill. So this is just fresh dill. You can use the dried dill if you'd like. I like the flavor that the fresh dill brings.
And it looks good.
It looks good. Keeping in that dill theme. So I'm gonna add the dressing. If I pour it in, will you just give it a stir?
Yes, I will.
And it's nice when the pasta is a little bit warm from cooking it because it will then absorb all those flavors. As it cools down, the pasta will tighten up and lock those flavors inside.
There.
Okay.
Pretty much everything's coated.
Yeah, that looks good.
Right.
Okay, so now we have to wait. That's the hard part. We're gonna cover it, we're gonna put it in the fridge for a few hours, let it become one with all these flavors, and then we're gonna dive in.
Sounds good. Well, Christina, this looks absolutely delicious.
And it smells good too.
It sure does. Thank you so much for creating it for us. Why don't you tell everybody how they can get the recipe and other recipes?
So you can get this recipe as well as hundreds of more recipes that are perfect for all of your summer gatherings, grilling recipes, easy 30-minute recipes on itisakeeper.com.
Absolutely, we look forward to that. And let's give it a taste.
Yes,
All right.
thought you'd never ask.
Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, this is
so different.
Fantastic. Fantastic. This is definitely a keeper, as you would say. It's a keeper.
You will be the hit of the party with this salad.
For sure. Thanks again, Christina. Happy summer.
You're welcome. Happy summer.